How's it going, everyone? Fireball here. Today, I'm going to be ranking the different events that are currently in Apocalypse Rising 2. As of August 2022, there are 16 events that can spawn around the map. I'm going to be ranking them based off of quality and quantity of the loot. Keep in mind this is only my opinion, and if you disagree with what I say, feel free to leave a comment down below. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Coming in at number 16, we have the road construction. This is a very basic event, very standard. It spawns basic common water and food. Nothing really crazy about this place. Sometimes it can spawn some ammo, 44 Magnum, maybe a knapsack, backpack. Otherwise, overall, it's not very good. It's very standard. Up next at number 15, we have the storage car or the luggage car. Like the other one, it isn't very good. There are some common things you can find: food, water. You can find meds this time, stamina boosters, and what makes this better than the last one is there is a weapons case that can spawn on the back, which can sometimes spawn a gun. But overall, still very basic, but there is a chance to get a weapon. At number 14, we have the ambulance. Now, what makes this a pretty solid event is the fact that it spawns meds, because, it's an ambulance. It can spawn up to small meds, large meds, stamina boosters, I think. It can spawn health boosters as well. But what makes it number 14 on this list is the lack of food and water and any type of firearm, which is why I think it deserves number 14. At number 13, we have the buried treasure site. Although this place does lack a lot of resources, it does make up for it with the scurvy tonic that does spawn next to it, as well as the broadside version of the Lupara shotgun on the boss zombie. Because of the special items that spawn here, this event gets number 13 on the list. At number 12, we have the campsite. Although nothing really crazy spawns here, it is a very well-rounded place to get loot for new people. You can find pretty good backpacks, you can find plenty of food and water, you can find small firearms, and overall this just makes it a good place to go for starters. Coming in at number 11, we have the police roadblock. Now if you're looking for a gun, this is a pretty decent spot to go, as there is a weapons case that spawns here. Along with the weapons case, you can find some shotgun shells as well as 5.56. You can find some medkits, and rarely you can find attachments next to it. It gets number 11 on this list because of how common roadblock events are, as well as the very few zombies that spawn there. Up next at number 10, we have the funeral convoy. The reason why it's at number 10 is because this is where the mafia boss zombie spawns, which does drop an M1 Thompson when he is killed. Otherwise, you can find some other common ammo, such as 9mm, you can find 7.62 Springfield ammo, but that is why it's on this list as number 10. At number 9, we have the robbed truck. Now, the vehicle itself, there isn't really much to it. You can find different magazines in the back, but what makes up for it is the balaclava bandit zombies that spawn next to it. They can drop a variety of weapons, such as the bar. You can also find high-capacity backpacks, and that's what makes it number 9 on this list. At number 8, we have the military roadblock. Now what makes this place nice is that it can spawn military loot, such as 5.56 NATO, military medkits, and even has a military weapons case that can spawn rare guns sometimes. Because of the military drops that do spawn here, it gets number 8 on the list. Up at number 7, we have the Soviet ATV, which spawns a boss zombie next to it. Now this boss zombie can drop a filtered AKS or an Orbez. He also drops a vintage Soviet backpack, which is very good for storage. As well as that, there's also 5.45 ammo that can spawn here, as well as attachments. This gets number 7 on the list because of the special guns the boss can drop. At number 6, we have the party bus, and the reason being is because it can spawn duffel bags, which have some of the best capacity in the game, as well as you can find an Uzi here on the boss zombie. Overall, it's a great spot to get high-end tier items. At number 5, we have the prison bus. This is the only place you can find the Spas 12. Along with that, you can find plenty of food and water, military medkits, and ammo for your weapon. This is a great event to go to if you're looking for a variety of loot. Taking the number 4th spot on this list is the helicopter crash. The reason why it's so high up is because of the sheer amount of rare loot that it can spawn. You can find a Special Forces backpack here, you can find 7.62 NATO ammo, you can find G3s here, military medkits, sometimes you can even find an AUG if you're that lucky. This is a great event to loot. The only reason why it's at number 4 and not any higher is because of the inconsistencies with the loot. Sometimes when I come here, I'll almost find nothing, and other times I'll find an AUG. Taking the spot at number 3, we have the military convoy. Most commonly, you can find M16A2s here, a 5.56 battle pack, you can find attachments here, and sometimes even rare guns like an M249. Overall, this is an amazing spot to loot if you're looking for quick weapons. Claiming the 2nd spot on this list is the Spetsnaz Soviet camp. The reason being is because this is the only place you can find the Spetsnaz AKS. Along with that, there is plenty of ammo, and I mean plenty of 5.45 ammo, like there's actually too much. You can also find a Soviet ammo can here, as well as a couple of attachments for your weapons, and small things like medkits and food and water. Arguably, this could be the best event in the game. However, the reason I'm putting it at number 2 is because the Spetsnaz AKS isn't always guaranteed to spawn. And finally, reaching the number 1 spot, we have the Spec Ops truck, or the black military truck, whatever you want to call it. Now, the reason why it's number 1 is because there's a very high chance to get at least 2 rare guns. The first rare gun is the Operator XM, which spawns on a zombie that is next to the truck. The second rare gun spawns in a black bag in the back of the truck. This black bag is almost guaranteed to drop some type of rare weapon. From what I've seen, it can spawn a G3, an FAL, an L96 sniper, and probably some other gun. I believe this is the best event in the game with the rare guns, attachments, and ammo. With that concludes our ranking video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And until next time, peace.